Hi, I'm Karsen Kennedy, and welcome to C&N's Money Myths, the show where we clear up common misconceptions about finances and community banking. At C&N, February is Senior Independence Month. It's a time to celebrate and empower the independence of older adults in our communities. However, everyone's golden years look a little different, and independence doesn't mean the same thing for everyone. So, this month we asked our CNN experts to help us tackle a few common myths about retirement, aging, saving, and financial security that affect seniors. So, let's jump into myth 1. Retirement savings is simple. Just reach your target savings amount and you're all set. It would be nice if it were that simple, right? The reality is, retirement planning isn't one size fits all. Your lifestyle, where you live, your health, how long you expect to work, even whether you plan to travel or help family. All of these things affect how much you may need to save for retirement. You may have heard about the 4% rule, where you withdraw 4% of your savings each year in retirement. That can be a helpful guideline, but it doesn't necessarily work for everyone. Some people may enter retirement with debt. Others have pensions or paid off homes. Also, once you retire, your expenses can still change from year to year. Maybe one year you decide to renovate your home or end up helping more with the grandkids, and you might end up spending more that year. On the other hand, maybe you downsize or relocate and end up spending less. Additionally, changes to Social Security or Medicare could impact your savings. So, instead of comparing your savings to someone else's, consider meeting with a financial advisor who can help you build a retirement plan tailored to you. I'm too young to begin thinking about retirement. Actually, it's never too early. One of the biggest advantages you can give yourself to prepare for retirement is time. Retirement savings benefit from compounding interest, which means that your money earns money, and that growth builds up over time. Starting early doesn't mean you have to save huge amounts of money right away. Even small, consistent contributions made early can make a big difference in the long run. So, if you haven't started yet, consider exploring retirement account options or checking with your employer about matching contributions. The earlier you begin, the more options you may have later in life. I wouldn't fall for a scam. I'd recognize one if I saw one. Unfortunately, scams are becoming more common and more sophisticated, especially those targeting seniors. Today's scammers use advanced technology to sound convincing. They often create a sense of urgency, use fear tactics, or pretend to be a trusted financial institution or even a loved one. Common red flags include requests for unusual payment methods, pressure to act immediately, or demands for personal information. Remember, it's always okay to slow down, pause, and verify. Talk to someone you trust before acting. One moment of caution could protect you and your finances. Unfortunately, hundreds of scams go unreported each year because the victim feels embarrassed or ashamed. If you think you may have been a victim of a scam, it is important to call your financial institution immediately. They will do everything in their power to help protect your accounts. Asking for help is giving up your independence. At different points in life, we all need help, but that doesn't mean we're giving up our freedom. In fact, asking for support from trusted family members, professionals, or financial experts can actually strengthen your independence. It frees up your time and energy for the things you truly enjoy, like reading a book, taking a walk, visiting your grandchildren, or simply enjoying the daily moments that matter most. Receiving help from trusted individuals on your own terms doesn't take away your independence, it supports it. That wraps up this month's episode of Money Myths. To the seniors who contribute so much to our communities, we hope today's conversation was helpful and encouraging. If you enjoyed this episode, let us know and consider sharing it with a friend. For more information about CNN, visit www.cnbankpa.com or call our Client Contact Center at 1-877-838-2517. Thank you to the Homepage Network for producing Money Myths. CNN is a member FDIC and an equal housing lender.